Welcome back, everybody. After a quick little break, we got Yoshi joining us on the desk for our second match of the day. It looks like we got LP Thieves going up against Demon Academy. How are you feeling, Yoshi?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited to watch both these teams. I love watching LP Thieves. I would never be biased, but I also love watching Demon's Academy. Big fans of those guys. Excited to see how this one shakes out.
We can always be a little bit biased here on the desk. I mean, people don't like it, but, you know, sometimes they got to deal with us being a little bit biased sometimes. And if chat wants to be biased themselves, I mean, we got channel points, we got predictions ready. So if you guys have a favorite for yourself, let us know. Predict who you want to win for this series because, you know, as we're looking between both of these teams, Demon's Academy and LP Thieves, they're equal on the standings, 2-2 each, Yoshi.
Wow, so it's a battle, a very evenly matched battle. Whoever comes out of this will be taking the lead, push themselves a little bit farther forward in the league.
It will be. And it's a tough match to follow up from Party Rockers versus Bozo Punch. That first map that we saw, or the first match that we saw, went all three maps. A set 5 in that third map. Almost a comeback for Bozo Punch to dethrone the king so far of NASA. Party Rockers, they stay undefeated. They take down Bozo Punch. Now we get to see if LP Thieves and Demon's Academy can move forward too, because Bozo Punch, that's gonna knock them down to a 2-3 standing. So LP Thieves and Demon's Academy, whoever loses this is gonna be same in and around the same realm of Bozo Punch. So winning this one still gonna put you in a really good spot for these standings as we're heading to the gates of Obscura for our first map, and it looks like our ban phase already looking to take IME off the board.
Right, don't want any of that coming out. Interested to see what the other team banned. Kai from Vladilena.
Interesting.
Yeah, Kai, decent on this map, but I would have expected something like Rune, which JapaneseBox is hovering, or Asher, which nxzd also picked. Both characters that are very strong on this map.
Well, it looks like we get the Asher versus X matchup that was banned non-stop in our last series. Drakkar, Runes, and Erasmus. The big difference is going to be that X versus Asher for sure, but on top of that, the Rune versus Drakkar is going to be an interesting one. Not only that, the Erasmus goalie. That is something you don't see every day.
Yeah, a little bit of a special pick. A lot of people, it seems to be getting more popular by the day. A lot of people have been picking it up. Yeah, here we see Iceman on the green goalie, which in front of the portal. It makes for, as it turns out, a phenomenal defense.
Does, but not enough, it looks like, for LP Thieves. It's Deathgun who's using this portal to go back and forth without that speed of X. Teleportation always helps out, so here we go, right in front. That spin right there for Deathgun, not able to knock too much damage off of this Erasmus goalie, and I love that from JapaneseBox to get that KO. Uses the portal 2 to pass it up top of the banish. Right out the Asher, looking to get that KO trade, but not just yet. Nobody capitalizing off this KO just yet. When it comes down to Demon's Academy, they're not able to find that shot, and nxzd still not able to take that shot there, unfortunately, for Vladilena, almost losing out on the goal, but big death touch to keep this play active.
Yeah, here, a big core flip, save the goal. Iceman trying to get Deathgun the core from the portal. Actually, a bounce off the bumper sends it straight to FindMucked, and he puts it in cleanly, straight in the top corner, while staggered.
Well staggered too, for sure. Drakkar for the first goal, and again, you see this X looking to use this bell ringer right in front of the net to just make this Erasmus goalie ever so uncomfortable. Flip's going to come through from FindMucked. Over towards the portal, still not able to get that first goal gate open. JapaneseBox using a flip of their own to see if they can maybe return that and open up the net, but no, Vladilena struggling to get this net open as that stagger is now going to knock you off. FindMucked and Deathgun back and forth passes. A second goal from LP Thieves as now they're looking to lead this series with the first set.
Yeah, wow, Deathgun put on his Oki gloves and got to work. Taking out Vladilena. Here we see a little bit of portal play coming out. Deathgun walking back, which is very interesting. Ulting the core and then getting banished middle. You hate to see it.
Well, that's a perfect pass there to nxzd. When you see that whole play from Vladilena through to JapaneseBox, the 1-2-3 pass out, we actually saw Bozo Bunch utilize quite a bit versus Party Rockers, you know, to give them those early leads inside of the best of 3. Right there, we see Demons Academy put their first goal on at the back of this one. The Asher, so much pressure onto the net. First goal gate going to be opened up for the LP Thieves. Now with the core flip, looking for a second one, but it's not going to touch just yet. nxzd finally going to get that goal open. And now their chance to send it to a 2-2 tie without losing a goal barrier of their own. The banish on nxzd, still knocked away down low. Vladilena not able to stay that first goal gate. Rune Pillar going to be dropped right away. Core flip from Deathgun, not able to open it up just yet. Now for a counterattack. JapaneseBox not aware of that portal. FindMucked going to deny the comeback from Demons Academy and take that first set.
Yeah, it dashed in there. Core flipped it, shut down any momentum they were trying to build. Oh, and here we get to draft Iceman first pick, and that primetime is looking a little juicy for Rune. Oh, but so is Hotshot. Both give him more pillars, so anything works. I'm very interested to see who will be picking up this primetime.
It's going very late. No way primetime is not going to get picked. Yeah, I was going to say.
Wow. And JapaneseBox says, hey, I don't mind taking one of my best trainings. I'll
Don't
go
worry,
for that
guys.
one.
I'll take one for the team. I'll grab primetime if I have to.
Fine, I'll take primetime.
I love this play from the X pick on using that portal right off the bat. Seems to get right up close and personal with this goaltender. Off of the draw. Iceman doesn't get KO'd, but it is a member down for LP Thieves, and Deathgun's got to be careful because they're low on stagger. In fact, they are cracked, so the net's going to be open. nxzd with a little bit of a freebie. Deathgun pass it back down. Vladilena, a little unaware of that option. So here we go. nxzd with a chance. Poiler's going to knock it away. Deathgun was KO'd. So chance here for Asher to get that first goal. Nice from Iceman, though, to deny that. And FindMucked using that Xeno Cloak to see if he can change in direction. Not enough to keep it away from these two offenders. Demons Academy, big bounce back after losing that first set.
Yeah, Demons Academy showing off why Rune Asher is really strong. Asher obviously putting on a ton of forward pressure and just having the capacity to shove the ball wherever, and Rune doing a great job of supporting that with pillars. Wow. Forcing just stuffing attempts like these that don't end. Oh, but Iceman ices Vladilena out with the pillar in front of the portal.
Fantastic setup, too, from Iceman. Shot down through the pillar from Deathgun, back the other way. JapaneseBox in an interesting spot is the banish to delay this for a second. Still, that goal is going to be opened up and almost into the back of the net, too. Pass down over towards JapaneseBox, has to play around this Rune and almost making it happen. The banish onto the goaltender, put through the portal, forces the flip from Vladilena. So back and forth right now between both of these two teams, but now Deathgun looking to get right back into their early positioning in front of the net. Backs away to see if they can help Iceman out. The second portal is going to open up in towards the corners. That's going to make this so interesting now for Deathgun and the way that they want to play this.
nxzd's attempt to score stuffed out by the banish. Here, Iceman is holding it down with these portals. A little bit of help from FindMucked coming out. Deathgun just ripping Vladilena a new one out here. Oh, but nxzd taps it in. Bit of a struggle coming out from the Rune portal at the bottom there.
It seems like the reach of Vladilena with this Rasmus goalie is just enough to keep it away from Deathgun in front of that net. They prolong that until, you know, JapaneseBox has a great opportunity with this Rune to get that shot on, and using those pillars to just keep it in front of the net so often allows that play to stay alive for nxzd to have that moment to force that goal. Here we go. Net's open for Demons Academy. Vladilena under pressure, and Deathgun forces it through, bullying this Rasmus goalie for the first goal of LP Thieves here in set 2.
Yeah, well, I guess it's pretty important to mention that Vladilena here is just playing a different game than anyone else. Where Death Gun shows up in the portal, shakes his hand, says nice to meet you, and then starts beating his face in. And now Vladilena has to run around while defending the barriers and avoiding this X.
Double banish. Still nxzd takes the shot. Yeah, Vladilena just struggling to, stay away from this X. Manages to knock it away, and now you do see nxzd putting some pressure on Iceman there. Nice pass from JapaneseBox, and that's going to tie us up in sets. Yeah, nxzd just perfect in front of that net. And you do see that the path splitter there, right down the middle, really forces this Rune to place down those pillars in some unfortunate spots.
Yep, Asher very, very good at pinning down the goalie and forcing them into situations they don't want to be. Oh, but Iceman picks up rapid fire, which, like Primetime, means more pillars. Oh, but a Monumental is coming out from JapaneseBox. Ooh. Primetime Monu is a big deal, especially if JapaneseBox starts going for more banished double pillars.
That's just going to be more pressure on Iceman, which is scary for LP Thieves.
Oh, absolutely. It also... Oh, that's a big pillar. It also means that the pillars will take longer to form or be more likely to be stopped halfway through. Oh, wow. A nice off the bumper straight to the top corner by nxzd. Great work.
It's funny. I like this play from Death Gun to, be aggressive onto this Rasmus goalie, keep Vladilena, separated, I guess, from the action. But at the same time, it leaves nxzd so open to be aggressive onto this defense. And you look at this, now Iceman alone has to use that banish. The anomaly not going to be dropped down, and that's going to be a freebie.
Yeah, wow.
Right away. It doesn't seem like they can stop this Asher. nxzd is free to do whatever they please.
Yeah, nxzd completely unchanged. Nothing stopping him from just running this game right now.
I'd like to see Death Gun maybe start to pressure out this Asher, because FindMucked on this Drakar is not getting the job done.
Right, need a little bit more support in the defense here as JapaneseBox runs in, grabs the last barrier. nxzd dribbling it up. Oh, tries to put it in, but pillar in the way.
Oh, FindMucked. Yeah, Xenocloak gonna block away that one through the portal. Goal gate open. Death Gun's able to find the one, but now nxzd's turn. Nice anomaly drop down there, but unfortunately it wasn't JapaneseBox. That was Iceman's. And it sneaks its way past them for a 3-0 sweep out of Demon's Academy to take their lead here in Game 1.
Yeah, very unfortunate portal. The Rune goalie is, placing portals down, or placing the unstable anomalies down. Not as hard, or not very hard, but sometimes it comes back to bite you.
Yeah. You live by the Rune, you die by the Rune.
Here we see a Timeless Creator coming to Iceman, which means both Runes have creation trainings on their portals. I keep saying portals, wow. Hey, we're at the gates.
Yeah.
The gates on their pillars.
There's so many, there's gates, portals, barriers, anomalies,
Yeah,
a lot to keep track
of. Is calling. Inside my walls right now.
Not only that, it was cast to last on JapaneseBox alongside this Primetime.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So, even more, these anomalies are just going to be ever so present from JapaneseBox in front of this net. Banish onto nxzd, not going to really waver anything from that. Right through the portal, sneaks past Iceman, and again, this Asher is so free to take these shots in front of the net.
Yeah, nxzd right now, looking a little bit like Death Gun, just camping out in the enemy goal box. Free to do whatever they want. But instead of trying to kill the enemy goalie, it's just claiming goals left and right. But Vladilena looking a little low here. Death Gun, the mission going well.
Oh, bell ringer there, right off the map. This is their chance to score, but knocked away. Flip from nxzd. burn some time here for the respawn. 3 seconds left, and Vladilena is going to be back, but that anomaly not able to be placed in the perfect spot. Just minimal, moments away from blocking it off, but seems like that's going to be an easy goal there for LP Thieves to tie us up in game number 4. Nice to finally see Deathgun knock this Rasmus off the map.
All right, the game plan is clear. Oh, what a great pillar from JapaneseBox. nxzd banished, but it doesn't matter because the midfielder is there to catch him behind and put it in too. Incredible. Wow.
I mean, the fact that Castellast is able to keep that anomaly active for so long, by the time it's gone, he already has another one. So,
yeah,
it's basically a game of Pong in front of the net between these two anomalies.
Yeah, drop down your pillars. We'll watch them last forever and get back to work. See, but
FindMucked able to get that goal open. Deathgun, though, not in a spot to receive that pass. Blocked away from going to the portal. nxzd is going to be down. Now there's chance to tie us up and send us to a 5th volley in the set. Going down low. The portal again going to keep this alive. Respawn for nxzd in 2 seconds. Can they last? They will. The pass down to FindMucked. Gets it past the first anomaly, but not able to take the shot. nxzd not able to keep track of this. Drekar, the shot up top blocked yet again. This time JapaneseBox able to keep it active. And Iceman's not able to reach that in time. It's going to be game number 1, set in stone. Demons Academy leading.
Yeah, wow. I'm very impressed with how Demon Academy played that game. Well, something important to note. I believe the Rune had primetime Monumentalist cast last. Notoriously weak trainings on the character. But I think JapaneseBox and nxzd had such good synergy. JapaneseBox covering all the nxzds or anything that they weren't, and just mowing down the barriers while Vladilena played a single-player game with Deathgun.
It definitely seemed like Vladilena was more ready for that 1v1 versus Deathgun than Iceman was for nxzd. Very different games being played on both sides of the board, and through that, it's going to be Demons Academy taking the win through nxzd. 8 goals, 1 assist, 1 KO off of that, but those 8 goals are going to go a long way for the rest of the team. As you do see, it's a little bit more spread across the board for LP Thieves. Just you don't have that one player really laying down the law like nxzd was. So you can see really where they fell behind was finding a player who could finish off those plays and win those strike wars to find those goals. Nobody throughout that whole first game was really able to step up to that position, and I think a big portion of where I saw, a weak link over towards LP Thieves. I'm not sure how you feel about this, Yoshi, but the Drekar pick definitely, in my eyes, was not the play there throughout that. I mean, it's an interesting workaround for that first game, but I don't think it was the play.
Yeah, I think I agree. Drekar has been seeming a little weak recently, not as strong as the other midfield characters, and I think that was evident here by the fact that LP Thieves were trying to match Demons Academy's strategy of get this one player the ball and have them just shred the barriers and the goal immediately, but FindMucked, unable to get Deathgun the ball, meant that nxzd and JapaneseBox had free reign to just run the whole game.
Really did, and that's going to put, I'd say, pressure on for LP Thieves to see if they can go back to the drawing board and figure out if they can concoct a successful recipe to see if we can head to Night Market and push this distance into a game number 3. Ball's in their court to see how they can turn it around as we're heading into the pre-picked phase. What are we going to get for the bans? Last time, it was the IME band. Alongside, I'm not sure what the second one was, but...
Oh, a Kai ban.
It was a Kai ban. Yeah, that was an interesting ban that both of us were a little bit surprised about. This time, no ban.
No ban.
One team, IME, is going to be banned out again, and it looks like that's going to mess up what FindMucked was wanting to bring to Night Market.
Yeah. Speaking from my own tournament experience, I've definitely been sitting with the team and saying, all right, crew, what do we ban? And then just not figuring out anything until the last moment. And I think that's a good chance that's what's happening here. Very unfortunate. I think no ban, not being able to ban out the Rune or the Asher makes this game a lot harder, but Deathgun switching to the Asher themselves, and maybe this character change. Yeah, I agree. Can bring on some better game.
Hopefully.
Oh my god, hot shot big fish start.
Those are some big Ashers. Right off the bat, and Deathgun already making a turnaround with this Asher change. It's going to be both goal barriers open for Demons Academy. Now their chance for LP Thieves to see if they can start off with a goal. FindMucked yet again going to be bringing out this Drakkar, and I am a big fan of this Dubu pick going up against the Kai. Will it pay off, though, is the big question. Last game, or last series, we saw between Party Rockers and Bozo Bunch, it was both Dubus coming to Night Market, and that turned out to be quite an exciting matchup to be looking at. Those two Tofu Fortresses really putting on some pressure.
Yeah, Dubu pick on this map for the Tofu Fortress is really strong. Kai doesn't quite have options like that, and Kai has always been a strong pick for the offensive pressure he can put on, but Dubu being able to walk up and drop a Fortress means that he has similar tools, but then better defensive tools as well.
Yeah.
So
it's not definitely that. I mean, you just look at the way Night Market is drawn out with only 2 lanes. You drop a Tofu Fortress, it knocks it down to 1 lane you have to worry about. So we see 2 goals quickly from Demons Academy. It doesn't seem like things have changed too much when it comes down to the end game of these goals. It is going to be a fantastic start from them, leading off of this first game victory. And a chance for them to put it away in 3 here. You do see that Vladilena is able to knock it away for the moment. Both goal barriers are going to be opened up. Anomaly keeps it back over towards nxzd, but heavily staggered out and cracked. nxzd threatened to be knocked off the edge.
Yeah, and holding on to core flip, which means that evading, or they might want to save it and not evade, makes a bit of a scary issue. Grabbed an orb, though, healed back up. But in the meantime, LP Thieves were able to take a whole goal, not just the barrier.
Yeah, FindMucked finding himself in a fantastic spot off of that core flip from nxzd. Uses that lock and load to win out on that strike war. Perfectly timed, and Vladilena just doesn't seem like they were in an area to stop it. So LP Thieves get their first on the board here for game number 2. And
Iceman defending that barrier so well, and was it Deathgun and Iceman together put on a ton of damage onto nxzd, who's now stuck kind of wandering in the middle of the field, trying not to get hit anymore, but unable to get into the play as Vladilena is shredded in his own goal box. And that brings us to a 0.5. LP Thieves have brought it back spectacularly.
Yes, took them a little bit to get their footing, but here they are. And wow, Demons Academy, they are a little bit upset about that one. FindMucked now has to go big to knock it away. Down low, back up top, Deathgun in front of the net. No goal barrier going to be opened up just yet. Finally gets the first one, and look at FindMucked so quick to go side to side, utilizing that speed boost through the center to continue to keep this pressure on through the midfield. nxzd going to find that clear. The pass splitter not going to land, but instead Deathgun going to have one of their own to block off that bottom side of the map. JapaneseBox to receive it. nxzd, the core flip backed off, and now back the other way. FindMucked and Deathgun chance here to take a shot. nxzd so low on stagger, KO'd.
Yeah, nxzd taken off the field. But an awkward Night Market bounce off the middle bar means the goal will be going in.
Not like this, they
Not
say.
like this.
I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes. Unfortunate for sure. For LP Thieves, though, I've been liking the changes. The Drakkar coming back, it seems like with having a Dubu and an Asher, we've started to see FindMucked activate a little bit more and be more present in a lot of these fights.
Yeah, able to put on more pressure and get more involved in the plays. And yeah, I think the Asher pick is is a big part of that. And Deathgun not playing inside Vladilina's goal box, able to help out in the midfield, and so now they're working together a lot better and making better use of the Drakkar.
Not only that, lock and load is going to be buffed up by the MP now for that awakening. Iceman not able to keep those goal barriers active, and big mistake there from the goalie. Just seemed like the timings on the abilities were not meeting the core and the pace played by nxzd.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but LP Thieves have brought it back before. I don't think they're deterred by one goal. And as Deathgun is getting in there, taking a barrier.
Right into the deep end with their swimsuits on. I love it. Iceman's got that core flip available, but nxzd looking to use that pass splitter. Does, and enough to disrupt and make Iceman uncomfortable. The pass back from JapaneseBox off the anomaly. So perfect for that barrier beam.
Yeah, JapaneseBox putting this rune to work, making it look so strong right now. Each pillar they place seems to just be in the perfect spot. Completely calculated. See, like that.
I mean, these anomalies, I feel like we're not really giving JapaneseBoxes enough props as we have nxzd, and just how much these anomalies have been really setting up this Asher for success, and not allowing Iceman to at all set up in net.
Here, Vladilena ripping a core flip, bringing it straight to the blue goal box, and nxzd or JapaneseBox placing a pillar again. The wind in nxzd sail to just shove it in, and that's a clean sweep coming out from Demon's Academy.
Here? Cast a last, chrono boost, rapid fire, bulk up. Rapid fire going to be picked up right off the bat. Not sure Catalyst going to be grabbed by Vodible. Iceman. I was expecting JapaneseBox to pick up this cast a last, and that is not what you want to see if you're an LP Thieves fan.
Right, a little scary, but Catalyst will be very useful when the Asher shows up in your face and tries to score. Usually, AoE hits also hit the goalie, being able to farm energy off that. Of course, getting hit makes it a little bit harder to save, but that's just an inevitable fact with the Asher in the game. nxzd dribbles it off the wall and brings it straight forward. Wow.
Barrier beam not able to push it in towards the net. JapaneseBox very low on stagger. Threatened to be KO'd, and there we are. Deathgun with the kill. Now see if the LP Thieves can mount an attack off of that one, but nxzd, the tripling, stalling so much time out, and even gonna get the goal barrier off of that. That is incredible from nxzd.
Yeah, phenomenal play. Making the most of the enemies. The power play is super impressive. But the flip coming out. Iceman farming flip by running into the rune pillar.
But he's low in stagger. That is a 200 IQ play. We just don't understand it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he was out of play. He did it, or was able to farm enough energy to evade the Giga Blast coming out that would have killed him. But again, unfortunately, not there in front of the goal to stop the core from going in.
Anomaly again.
Yeah, this rune. And so much work.
And look at Vladilena is getting aggressive onto the Kai too. How comfortable do Demon's Academy look right now? They look unstoppable as they are now on series point.
Yeah, they've got their feet up in the recliners, sunken into the chair.
Said it. Sails behind them. You know, they are ready to win this one out. Oh, big KO there. But it turns around off the anomaly for a goal barrier. 2 goal barriers opened. And now 2 versus 3. JapaneseBox looking to put this one away with a core flip in front of the net. JapaneseBox says, no way. We're taking this series in a 2-0 sweep.
Wow, JapaneseBox said the gloves are coming off. I don't need my forward to put it in myself. An incredible showing from Demons Academy here.
Incredible. I mean, you don't want to, forget LP Thieves here and how close they kept that first series that we saw. But game number 2, it just looked like LP Thieves were outmatched, outpaced, and individually it just looked like they were a little bit outclassed.
Yeah, they put up a very valiant fight in the first set, bringing it 2-2. But unfortunately, after that, they just got outscaled and weren't able to bring it back in the same capacity.
Let's look over the stats a little bit here, Yoshi, because that was the nxzd JapaneseBox show that we just got to witness. Vladilena did get a little bit active for 1 goal for the Kai goalie, but other than that, like you said, feet up, reclined back, breezing through that game number 2. Nothing really to showcase for the side of LP Thieves throughout that second game. I mean, we look at Death Gun switching over to this Asher. We talked about how FindMucked looks a little bit more comfortable in the Jakar, but it still just wasn't enough to consistently keep that play in your favor. Instead, JapaneseBox always being a nuisance with those pillars, dropping them in the most, unanticipated positions, where every single time you saw Iceman try to get that clear, it felt like JapaneseBox had an anomaly to bounce it right back at the net.
I think the redirects also tell quite the story. We saw Death Gun with 45 and nxzd with 80. The massive difference between the brawler redirects makes it, or it kind of shows that nxzd was always in there with the core, always hitting it and always participating in the play, whereas Death Gun had more damage than nxzd, but might not have been as active with the core. And I think that's can make or break a game, as we saw.
Yeah. Plenty of control there from Demons Academy is going to take them 3-2 now in the standings. Like I said, LP Thieves are going to drop down 2 and 3. They're going to be equal to Bozo Bunch, but for Demons Academy, that is the start of something new there. So Yoshi, was fantastic having you on this alongside me. It doesn't seem like you're done yet for the night, but before we set up for our third match, anything to say about the second one?
No, I don't think so. I cannot lie. I'm not familiar with the schedule. I don't know what's going on next, but I'll be there and I'll be happy to get to it.
Yeah, well, we got Party Rockers returning back to the field to match up against Quest Esports. That is going to be a big story to see if Party Rockers can continue to stay undefeated here in NASA. So we're going to head into a quick little break, folks. You are watching the North America Strikers Academy. We got a quick break. Match 3 on the other side.